I'm Gray Falcon, also known as Brandon, and I will be reading your news today. To start, Xbox Game Pass has announced on Twitter to brace for nostalgia. The Final Fantasy VII is coming tomorrow. Now, this is not the remake, we are talking about the original Final Fantasy VII. So, if you haven't tried this out yet or just looking to get back into a game that you haven't played in years, or you simply can't wait for the game to come to Xbox, if it ever is coming to Xbox for the remake, then here's your chance to check it out starting today. Other information out on Twitter is Gary Whitta, who is screenwriter, author, and talk show host. He has done things such as written for Rogue One, The Book of Eli, Star Wars Rebels, The Walking Dead, and several other things. He, in his Animal Talking show, which he actually has Animal Crossing, he has a little setup in there for a talk show host table and chairs for guests. Yesterday had Phil Spencer talk about what's going on with the Xbox Series X and other information in regards to the delay of Halo Infinite. Over on GameSpot, it has more information, and you can get this information where he goes in and talks about plans that were considered for handling the delay of Halo Infinite, including shipping the game out in parts. There were rumors ahead of launch that the game's free-to-play multiplayer could come after launch, but Spencer says that Xbox did not want to do this. While he knows that people are bummed about the game's delay, he also believes it's the right move and a decision he would not have been able to make 5 or 10 years ago. Spencer says he has Microsoft's full support in the decision, even though it would have been nice to have the Series X be the first system since the original Xbox to launch with a Halo game. So if you'd like to find out more and check out Gary Whitta's channel and Animal Talks, I highly recommend anything done by Gary Whitta. The man knows how to have a conversation. Go over to Gary Whitta's Twitch and you can watch that. They currently have a link through GameSpot's page to it, but it doesn't appear to be linking to the video, just the live stream, which is currently down. Other Microsoft news over on Wccftech, Microsoft hints that they're planning to snap up even more studios in their latest SEC filings. Microsoft has been aggressively expanding its Xbox Game Studio stable the past couple of years, picking up on talented development houses like Ninja Theory, Playground Games, Obsidian Entertainment, Double Fine, and more. But in recent months, the acquisition has slowed down. So is the shopping spree over? Don't count on it. Microsoft recently submitted their SEC filings for the 12 months ending in June 30th. It contains this rather interesting page thanks to Xbox insider Colbury from The Find. Our gaming platform is designed to provide a variety of entertainment through a unique combination of content, community, and cloud. Our exclusive game content is created through Xbox Game Studios, a collection of first-party studios creating iconic and differentiated gaming experiences. We continue to invest in new gaming studios and content to expand our IP roadmap and leverage new content creators. These unique gaming experiences are the cornerstone of Xbox Game Pass, a subscription service and gaming community with access and curated library of over 100 first and third-party console and PC titles. So, great news for all of this if you are a big Xbox Game Pass person, or if you are just excited to see who they will acquire next. This is good information to know that the future of Xbox is secure and we could see more first-party titles that will help us gravitate towards their platform or just take advantage of more games through Windows 10 and their new streaming service that is coming out. Square Enix the other day posted their PC specs for Marvel's Avengers on Steam. The information comes out that the minimum spec is going to be Windows 10 64-bit with a CPU of an i3 4160 or AMD equivalent, 8 gigs of RAM, Nvidia GTX 950 or an AMD 270 with 2 gigabit video RAM, DirectX 12, and 75 gigs of HDD space. The recommended requirements bump the CPU up to a minimum of an i7 4770K, 3.4 GHz, or an AMD 51600 3.2 GHz, 16 gigs of RAM, an Nvidia GTX 1060 6 gig, or AMD Radeon RX 480 8 gig. And interestingly, it also bumps up to 110 gig of SSD space. The reason for this is the game plans to have additional high-end content for visuals available and requires the extra 30 gigs of space and requires it to be on an SSD to take advantage of that. IGN reports that G.I. Joe Operation Black announced coming in October. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout is a new team-based third-party shooter, and it's coming to PC, Nintendo, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One on October 13th, allowing you to play as 12 characters across Team Joe and Team Cobra. The game will feature an 18-mission campaign in single-player or split-screen co-op and a variety of PvP multiplayer modes. They have a trailer available over on IGN if you are interested in checking this out. So I don't know how many of you are fans of G.I. Joe, but it seems interesting to have this game come out and available. They have several screenshots available to see. Not exactly the top of the line looking game, but it has that fun flair for G.I. Joe. And new news about Control. They are having an Ultimate Edition come out. This Ultimate Edition will be $40 and is required to be purchased if you are interested in having it for next gen. Over on Control's website, they say, "We're excited to unveil Control Ultimate Edition, the complete Control package, featuring the Foundation and AWE expansions, coming to current gen and next gen consoles, as well as PC. And when we say PC, yes, we're also talking about Steam. Our community have been keen to know more about the Steam edition of Control for some time now. So we're thrilled to finally be able to talk about it. Check out the trailer below, as well as a handy little FAQ guide. We know many of you will have additional questions, and we look to cover them in a future blog. So if you head over to the Control website, so controlgame.com, they have this blog available, and it has additional information down through here. However, once again, if you want the Ultimate Edition to be available to play on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, you are going to be required to pay up an extra $40 to get it on the next-gen console. In other news, LEGO Art set pre-order Star Wars, Iron Man, and more. So if you haven't seen these, the LEGO Art is these kind of flat plate looking designs that you put together using primarily the little 1x pieces and stick them together to create these arts. So if you're a big fan of art, want something that you can hang on your wall, and a fan of Lego, you can pick up one of these sets starting around $120. In tech news, Apple is working on Apple One subscription bundle in order to boost its services. This is brought to us over on Wccftech. A new report suggests that Apple is currently working on a number of different bundles called the Apple One, which will simply allow customers to subscribe to a number of digital services that the company is currently offering in a bundle at a lower price per month. Apple is currently planning on launching these bundles in October alongside the iPhone lineup. The purpose of the bundle is to encourage users to subscribe to more of their services, which in return are going to boost their services and generate more revenue. So, if you are interested in Apple services, or possibly this has to do with the reason that they are being so difficult with things such as the Xbox streaming services or Stadia not being able to get on their phone, it's entirely possible we may see an announcement in regards to that for their own streaming on here. There has been that rumor going around for some time, and could be related to why they are not allowing other companies to come in and take advantage of this. And our last bit of news, over on as well on Wccftech, Nvidia GeForce RTX 30 Ampere gaming graphics cards launching in 24 gigabit, 20 gigabit, 10 gigabit variant rumors point to the 3080 Ti and RTX 3080 custom cards at launch. I believe the custom card is referencing this kind of X-shaped pattern for the fan blowers, which many have speculated could just be a test variant and not the actual final version. But if they have produced enough of them, this could be the custom cards at launch. This is also impressive because currently the Founders Edition for the 2080 Ti launched with only 11 gigs of memory, when this is jumping up to 24. So we'll come down here, and Nvidia's GeForce RTX 30 Ampere gaming graphics cards are less than a month away from their official unveiling, and the latest rumors are now pointing out that the Green Team has decided to boost the memory specifications of its entire next-gen lineup, including the GeForce RTX 3080 Ti and the GeForce RTX 3080. Nvidia GeForce RTX 30 Ampere gaming graphics cards launching with GDR6X memory highlighted too. Recently, we covered an exclusive report that Nvidia GeForce RTX 30 series graphics cards based on the Ampere GPU architecture will be receiving a huge boost in terms of total memory capacity. So if you'd like to delve more into these details and find out more information, Wccftech has this available. Overall, I would say that this is an exciting time for gaming. We're getting a huge jump in performance with the expectation that we'll have competing between Nvidia and AMD, between the RDNA 2 from AMD and the Ampere technology that is coming out for Nvidia. Nvidia has been wise, unlike Intel, and continued to innovate with their technology and push the bounds forward, unlike on the other side where AMD has been able to catch up on the CPUs simply because Intel has not pushed the bounds of what is possible, resting on their laurels effectively for what's to come. So at this point, if you are waiting to pick up a new graphics card or in desperate need of one, we have new cards coming out, so we can expect either current gen prices to start to come down, even though manufacturing has ended on those, or you can simply wait for the new cards and expect improved performance that has been rumored anywhere between 15 and 50% increase. Thank you for joining us on the morning news.